the momentum.
And then you get Adrian Peterson, second oldest running back to score a TD on Thanksgiving, second only to Marcus Allen. Pretty good company there for AD. The closer on that drive to give the Lions the early lead. But how about your thanks giveaways here for the Texans defense? Coming up with a couple of big plays. Nothing bigger than J.J. Watt. He's so good at deflecting those passes. Here he is, actually hanging on to it and going back for the pick six, Willie.
Right, when you can't get to the quarterback, we're taught to get your hands up. He is so good at having the instincts to get his hands up with those big mitts coming down with the ball, turn into a touchdown.
Third career pick six, and then how about on the next play? Next play from scrimmage, and you get Jonathan Williams coughing it up. Bradley Roby recovers for the Texans, and all of a sudden here, this Texans defense that's had their struggles, Willie, starting to find their way and providing a spark for this team.
Yeah, and when these running backs are struggling for more yards, that's usually when the ball comes out.
And it did there. The Texans would add a touchdown. And now another giveaway here. Kerryon Johnson on the next possession for the Lions. Coughs it up. So they had 3 giveaways in their last 8 snaps. Okay, let's bring Deshaun Watson out. Very next play for the Texans. And C.J. Prosise is going to cough it up. Takes the handoff from Watson. And in good field position here, gives it right back to the Lions. 4
they raked that ball out. Did a great job.
Willie, in 12 plays, and then the Lions would get back into the end zone. Adrian Peterson, once again, second touchdown. They take the lead 14-13. But Deshaun Watson here, second quarter. How about this on 1st and 20? The explosive play for the score to Duke Johnson. Beautiful pass.
Yeah, that was a great play. That was a great play, and Jamie Collins had the coverage. You got to keep your eyes on the man when you got a man-to-man.
Let's go to the third quarter. A little more trickery here for the Lions. Jamal Agnew. Look at this ball placement to Matthew Stafford trying to make a contested catch, but that ball ends up coming out as Whitney Merciless and Justin Reed combine there to knock.
I don't know. That was close, Rhett.
It was,
That was
man.
close.
It was. Looks like he got a knee down and then hit the ground with control, and then it came out, but still it was ruled incomplete. We'll take it to the fourth quarter. Texans up 26-17. Here comes the Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller show. Perfect shot, 40-yard strike.
That's just a beautiful throw, and you got one-on-one coverage on the outside. Nobody on the threatening the other side. The safety should have known better to get over there.
That's a great point as well. And how about Texans seeing all that trickery from the Lions offense? How about a little flea flicker for you? Duke back to Deshaun, and another one perfectly in stride to Will Fuller. This one 34 yards, and the Texans well in control at this point, Willie.
Yeah, I'm just baffled. Nobody was 15 yards of Fuller. I just don't get it. You just don't leave guys like that wide open. Somebody has to have the backside.
So there you have it. Deshaun Watson, 17 of 25, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 of them to Will Fuller there in the second half. That really keyed this Texans win. Texans get their 4th of the season, while the Lions drop their 4th straight on Thanksgiving Day. So, Willie, I mean, Deshaun Watson came into this game, 13 touchdowns in his last 6 games, 0 interceptions. Yes. He's playing the best football of his career right now. What do you attribute to his success so far in the midst of this kind of frustrating season here for Houston?
Well, I think things are finally starting to come together. A lot of people question why they made the trade of Hopkins and bringing in Cooks and Johnson, and how they switched out all those players. But I think like we mentioned earlier, Rhett, these quarterbacks got to get in sync with the receivers. They got to get in sync with the offense. Everybody has to be on the same page. Deshaun Watson has never really been in question of what kind of player he is. We've seen him make some amazing plays with his feet, with his arm outside the pocket, throwing the ball from the pocket. But now it seems like that everything is coming together. Like everybody's comfortable, everybody knows their role, everybody's healthy. That's the other thing. Fuller's never really on the field for a full season. Cooks is never really on the field for a full season. He's got all his weapons at his disposal. Now you're able to complete and go out and run the offense to the fullest because everybody's out there. And Deshaun Watson, like somebody said, if the record was better, they'd be talking about MVP. The record doesn't matter. He should still be in the MVP conversation because of the way he's playing.
100-plus passer rating in 8 of his last 9 games. Patrick Mahomes is recognizing the run that Deshaun Watson is on. Man, Deshaun Watson is special, and he had that bullseye rolling today. Those couple of touchdown tosses at the end to Will Fuller, about as perfect as you can get. Now, I want to go back to the first half, though, for a second. We talked about it. We showed it to you in the highlight. That stretch where there were 4 turnovers in 12 plays. Texans defense forcing the first 3 of them. You know, what kind of spark does that provide? What kind of atmosphere does that give you on the sideline there for a team that's, you know, it's had their share of downs here in this season, to have the defense kind of provide that spark in a game like this to kind of turn the tide in your favor? What does that do for you?
Well, whenever you can give an explosive offense multiple opportunities to get the ball, it's special, especially when you can do plays like this, take the ball out of the air, catch it, get an interception, and run it in, when you can give the team points. But like I said, these running backs were fighting for more yards. This defense, and I know Romeo Crennel, he was my defensive coordinator. We've had periods in practice where we go after the ball. We know who the targets are. We constantly worked on stripping the ball, getting the ball out. And you can see that these players are zeroing in on the ball. Even when the journey is over for the runner, they're still trying to get the ball out. And it showed that what they're doing in practice is paying off in the games. And when you can create 3 turnovers, which I think turned into 13 points, it's a plus. When the defense can give you points and opportunities and put you in position to score, it's always a plus. And that'll get any offense going.
Yeah, and the Texans also get a little help in the run game today, more so than they have in recent weeks, and they had it rolling on offense today. You mentioned the explosiveness. We saw it in full effect today in Detroit as the Texans get the victory, their 4th of the season. All right, we got another game to get you set for here as you fire up your turkeys here this Thanksgiving Day. How about Ezekiel Elliott coming off his first 100-yard game of the season in Week 11? Also, first time since Week 2 that he had 20 or more carries. So getting Zeke involved. Does he eat today against Washington? That's next.